Hi everybody, I am Dr. T. Miranda Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Computer Science, St.Joseph College, Cuddalore. Today we are going to discuss the part 2 video of the formal technical review. In part 1, we discussed about what actually this FTR is and what are the objectives of FTR, how to conduct the review meeting, and how to report and record the review meeting. So these are the things we discussed in the past video. Today you're going to discuss about the review guidelines. What are the guidelines we should follow and how to distribute these guidelines to all the reviewers, and this review guidelines should be accepted by the reviewers. So what are the guidelines they have to follow? These things we are going to discuss in this video. The first guideline. What is the first guideline is, we have to review the product, not the producer. What is the meaning of it? Review the product. So who are the producer? One who is going to produce, one who is going to explain about the project or the product. We have to see only about the product, must not talk about the producer, must not give any comments about the producer. Whenever we are going to represent any comments, we have to present it and we have to point it out in a gentle manner. The review leader has all the authority to halt the review if it goes out of control. That is the first thing. We have to review the product, not the producer. Our work is not to review the producer. We have to review only the product. This is the first thing. The second thing is, we have to set an agenda and maintain it. What is meant by an agenda? Agenda is nothing but what are the things we are going to discuss in the meeting. For example, if you are going to have a college day function, in that college day function, what are the activities you're going to take? What are the activities it is going to take place? The first thing, it can be a prayer song, then welcome address, then introduction about the chief guest. So like this, we'll be having an agenda. Similarly, in order to conduct the meeting, so what are the things we are going to discuss? So that we have to set it and we have to maintain it. It is very important to maintain it because we have to track whether it is going in a proper manner or not. That is the second review guideline. The third thing is, a very important thing is, we have to limit the debate and rebuttal. What is by limiting the debate? Debate is nothing but some formal arguments. If there is any arguments between the reviewer and the producer, it must be spent offline. Must not spend more time in debating. And rebuttal is accusation, that we have must not accuse the reviewer, must not accuse the reviewer must not accuse the producer. So all these things must be offline. That is called as limit the debate and rebuttal. Then the fourth thing is, we have to initiate the problem areas but must not attempt to solve every problem noted. So wherever there is problem, you have to point it out. These are the problem areas, but the technical person must not, or the person who is going to give the review must not solve the problem. He has to point out these are the problem areas. They must not solve it. This is the fourth thing. The next guideline is, we have to take written notes. So written notes, so already in the previous video we have talked about the recorder, one who is going to record all the things which we are going to talk it in the review meeting. So the work of the recorder is, can have it in a notebook or we can record everything in a notebook, or we can put it in a wall board. So it will be easy for the reviewers to give the priority. So who has asked first, who has explained about it, what are the doubts they are having, everything has to be noted down. So that is the fifth one, take written notes. The next one is we have to limit the number of participants, and we have to go on to insist upon advanced preparation. Already I have told about the number of participants. How many participants? That is 3 to 5 participants has to participate in this review meeting. This we have discussed in the previous video. So how many participants has to be involved in the meeting? So who all there must be an advanced preparation. I have told the advanced preparation must be at least minimum of 2 hours. For each person it must be of 2 hours. So these things we have discussed in the previous video. So the number of participants must be 3 to 5 members, and there must be some advanced preparation. And I have told that the review meeting must not go beyond 2 hours. It must be within 2 hours. The next thing is we have to develop a checklist for each product that is likely to be reviewed. So whatever the product we are developing it, whatever the product we are reviewing, we have to prepare a checklist. What is the use of this checklist? So what are the things we have completed? What are the things we are not completed? For example, if your mom ask you to go to a vegetable shop and or go to some grocery shop and to purchase something, you will be having a checklist and you will be verifying whether we have bought it or not. Similarly, so whatever the customer asked, whatever the things we have discussed, everything it must be in a checklist, in which it will be helping the producer to check it out whether they have completed everything, and it will be easy for the reviewer also to check it. So that is the purpose of the checklist. This checklist will be helping the review leader to structure the meeting. The next thing is allocate resources and schedule time for FTR. So whenever you're going to go in for a software engineering process, already we have had a discussion about a software engineering process. That is, we will be starting from communication, planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. So in all these stages, we have to have a time schedule for FTR. A schedule must be given for FTR, because without this FTR schedule, we cannot proceed in a proper manner. We will not be able to get a quality software. So that is the need of allocating the resource and scheduling the time for FTR. The next thing is conduct meaningful training for all reviewers. In order to effectively participate in this meeting, it is necessary to conduct training, both that is process wise training as well as psychological wise training, because you must not hurt anyone, and you have to talk, you have to maintain the meeting in a formal way, and we must not hurt in a very harsh words. So those things we have to have a mental training, we have to have a human psychological training. So that is for the reviewers. The reviewers should attend the training, and then only they have to come for this FTR meeting. The last but not the least, it is review or early reviews, which is very, very important. We have to review the early reviews. We have, for example, after a communication stage, we are gone for planning stage. From your communication stage to planning stage, you might have conducted an FTR. In that FTR meeting, you might have given, the reviewers might have given some ideas, and reviewers might have given some corrections. All those corrections, when they are going for a planning meeting, first they have to discuss the early reviews. So what are the problems they have faced, what are the things, what are the discussions we have done, and whether we have done all the corrections have been carried out or not, All those things has to be discussed. This is your review, early reviews. Thank you.